Uh, so tonight we're just going to kind of go over some of the um, features of the new app. We kind of want to explain to you what is all involved in this rebrand. So we've been, as most of you have been here for most of the, since we got started. Not most of you, but a good number of you have been, and then a lot of you um, have gotten started. Probably, I would say, in around August of this year when we launched on the Avalanche blockchain, and we're going to be up on um, 8 different blockchains by the time we're done. And so it's getting pretty exciting, especially as we see the rebrand coming in. We've always known that we were going to do a rebrand of the app. We've got some of our original folks here, like Isaac Moody, I think, is on the call tonight. Kathleen's on the call. A lot of you that have been here and you've seen, the basic app in the website. And so now we have our design team on board with our developers and getting all of this ready to go. So I'm going to walk you through kind of like a timeline of what we've been doing. And the first step was to begin the MoveQuest app and the Web3 development. That got started in early August. And I think we probably announced it to everybody that we were going to be going through the rebrand. We wanted to make it easier for people to be able to navigate through our system. And so it's going to have a completely new look, new feel, and it's going to make it really easy for everybody to just come in and be able to get started without having to really explain what the process is. I mean, it'll make it so much easier. Now, people are still going to have to be able to know the basics about crypto. They're going to have to be able to create a wallet. They're going to have to know how to, set up these different networks in their wallet, like the Avalanche chain on the Binance Smart chain, using Base, using Polygon, using any of these different chains that we go up on. The next thing we had to do was integrate and deploy all the new contracts. Um, we're very, very picky. There's only one person that ever touches our code, and that's our lead developer, Waleed. And I don't, you guys are not blockchain developers here on this call. I would guess 99.999% of you. If there's one of you on this call that's familiar with, you know, um, building and deploying and creating these smart contracts on the blockchain, you know that it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. But when you take the complexity of MoveQuest and you make it completely decentralized with a self-funding ecosystem, you've opened up a whole new can of worms. And, Waleed, I'm sure he's on this Zoom tonight. He could tell you all the headaches that you have to go through to actually create this project and to make it work for everybody. No bugs, where all that data is recorded. Blockchain's not designed to, call deep data and lots of data. And so he's had a challenge on his hands. And what took us 3 years to develop for GetFit Mining, we have rebuilt, really made these smart contracts completely. They're amazing. They do more than what the contracts do in GetFit Mining. And so the complexity of GetFit Mining is one thing, but you start looking at MoveQuest and it's a whole new beast. It's a whole new animal. You guys are going to absolutely love it. You are going to be able to connect your wallet. You're going to be able to activate it. You're going to be able to mint your miners, evolve them, put them into the mining dock, set it up on the mobile app, and you're done. You're ready to go. It's going to make it super, super simple for you to get through the setup process because it's going to actually hold the user's hand and walk them through the setup without you having to do that for them. And that's been one of the biggest challenges, I think, for our community is one, how do you articulate what MoveQuest is? And then how do you get everybody set up? Now, outside of MoveQuest is, people have to be able to set up their own phone. That's outside of GetFit. that's outside of MoveQuest. You've got to be able to, download Google Fit, Health Connect. You've got to be able to, if you have a fitness tracker, you got to be able to Bluetooth that to your phone so that it connects, so that the data can come in to MoveQuest. A lot of people get hung up on that part too. But YouTube, it's like you can go there and get a college education. And so whatever phone you're using, all you have to do is search it on YouTube, whatever fitness tracker you're using, and it'll show you how to set up your phone so it's tracking your activity, so that whatever device you're using on a fitness tracker or on a phone, you have to set that up. There's so many of them out there that it would be impossible for us to be able to create all of the how-tos for that. So there are some things that you're going to have to do on your own, but actually coming in and using our system, it's been streamlined, it's been made super simple. I chose not to show you guys the dashboard tonight. We're going to leave that for a couple days down the road so you can actually get a really good look at what the dashboard is like. It's got a lot more features to it. Everything you can do in the app, you'll be able to also do on the Web3. The next thing we had to do is make a way for you to be able to fund that internal wallet with one action. So you don't have to copy and paste, the approval code. You don't have to copy the wallet address and all that stuff that can mess people up, and you end up sending your uh, crypto to a contract or to the wrong wallet because your clipboard was holding the wrong information. So that was another challenge because we always have to think about security and make sure that, you guys are protected. And so that was our step 3, making sure that funding that internal wallet could happen in one action without that copying and pasting. We also wanted you to be able to claim directly from the app as well as the Web3. Not everybody, has good Wi-Fi connection, or their phone is out of service, it's out of range. You'll be able to go to the Web3 and you'll be able to claim your tokens directly there. And so there's a lot more, there's the ability to do more with both the app and the Web3 has been built into the system. Then, of course, the app approval by Apple and the Google Play stores. That's about a 4-week process to get all of that done. So we had to figure all that in. And of course, being able to download it. Once you have gone through this whole setup process, it takes you to the last page where you download the app, you finish the setup, it takes you right into the phone where you can do the setup and off you go. That has been our biggest task, is simplifying this for the users, trying to take that complexity out and making it simple. Now, in addition to that, the next step in our time frame here was updating the pricing scale on the submission fees, which we have done, and that's already been implemented. Those of you, I've had a few people tell me that their app was crashing on them, and the reason is because they haven't done the update. So this is a mandatory update. You need to do this. And if you're having any issues at all, just go into the Google Play Store or go into Test Flight and update to the latest version. Then you're going to have, we had to do this update because we had to implement all of the new contracts into GetFit Mining so that we could implement everything that needs to be moved and migrated over to MoveQuest seamlessly without any issues. And so that was one of the big items on our timeline, of course, that we had talked about, was making sure that we had that pricing scale in place. So what that means is that as the price of MoveQuest goes up, the fees will adjust. As the price of MoveQuest goes down, the fees will adjust. All of you know that crypto is very volatile. It goes up, it goes down. What comes up must go down. What's down generally goes up. So that's nothing new in the crypto space, but we wanted to make sure that the pricing scale for the submission of your submission fees would work with the different pricing levels of MoveQuest. So I'm going to go over what these prices are per miner because I don't think a lot of people are aware of what these fees are. So if you're mining with an Omega at the current market value of MoveQuest, it is about 52 cents per Omega miner when you submit for that day. Alphas are about 26 cents, ultras about 19, 20 cents, primaries 13 cents, and the Lennies are about 6.5 cents per miner. That's what the fees are. And that's in fiat. Okay. Yes, you're using AVAX to submit those fees, but if you convert that over to the fiat, the US dollar, that is what those current fees are. So that is down from the 60 cents straight across the board fees. That's saving Lenny's 54 cents per miner. And I know there was a lot of discussion about, well, is it really worth it on the Lenny's? So I'm gonna show you and you'll make that decision for yourself. Now, it's important to understand the claims. If you claim every single day, it's a $10 fee. If you claim every 2 days, it will cost you $9 for 2 days. If you claim every 3 days, it'll cost you $8 for those 3 days. If you claim 7 days worth, it will cost you $4 for all 7 days. But if you wait and claim on the 10th day, it will cost you $1 for the 10 days. And this is our way to incentivize people to only claim every 10 days. So you can pay $10 daily, you can pay $9 every other day, you can pay $8 every 3 days, $7 every 4, so on and so forth. Or every 10 days, claim your tokens, it will cost you $1 for all 10 days. And so that's rewarding you for not claiming on that daily basis. And of course, what's the ultimate reason for doing that? The motive behind that is letting us know that at least for those 10 days, you're holding on to those MoveQuest tokens and you're not going to the exchange and selling them if the demand is not there for those tokens. Now, okay, let me go backwards. I want this slide here. Let's see if it'll just stay or if the other one's going to come with it. Oh, okay, good, it didn't. I want to explain to you how the submission works. And of course, I always base everything on if you max out that physical activity. And you guys, I'm telling you, there's a lot of ways to max out your physical activity. You don't have to spend 2 hours a day in the gym. It's about increasing your body movement, making sure you're always in motion, at least counting for those, 5 categories that you can be mining in. We have a lot of people that, they move their arms back and forth. That is movement. It's not working out. It's not going to cause you to lose weight. But if you're at the end of the day and you're almost at those 20,000 steps, start moving them arms back and forth. Get that motion in. It's all about moving your body. I try to get in at least 10,000 steps a day, and I don't almost never make it to the 20,000. So what you'd want to do if you're only getting in half of the physical activity is cut these figures in half, because I'm basing them on the average person maxing out that physical activity a day. Now, with the cost of the omegas, if you're mining with 8 omegas, it's going to cost you $4.20 a day. It's going to cost you $126 a month. On the alphas, it's about $2.10 a day to submit. It's about $63 a month. On the ultras, it's about $1.57 a day, about $47 a month. Primaries, about $1.05 a day, $31 a month. Lenny's, about 52 cents a day, about $15, $16 a month. Now, if you're maxing out on the omegas are averaging 1.5 to 1.8.9 MoveQuest, so we just ran it at the 1.5. 0.75 for an alpha, 0.38 for ultras, 0.19 for primaries, 0.10 on the Lennies. This means that the omegas are mining about 45 MoveQuest a month. The alphas are mining about 23 MoveQuest a month. The ultras 11, the primaries 6, the Lennies are mining about 3 MoveQuests per month. Now, the current market value, it is higher than $9, but I put $9 in here tonight. If you're mining 45 MoveQuest a month, that's about $405 a month. if you deduct your cost in the submissions, you are earning about $279 right now at the $9 market value. Over a year, that's $3,300. Just doing what you already do every day anyway. You're already doing this. And so you are, even at this market value, in profit. With the alphas, you are earning about $140 a month after you do the submission of that proof of physical activity to the blockchain. And so that's about $1,674 per year. Ultras, about $55 a month. After you have done your submissions, that's about $664 a year. Primaries, about $20 a month. You're earning about $237 a year. And the Lennies, about $11 a month after you pay the fees, and about $135 a year. Now, if you look at future market value of MoveQuest, we've already seen it go up to $125, and that was with about 3,500 people in the community. I'm going to share some more information with you in a few slides, and you're going to see how quickly it could triple that market value. But let's just talk at $25 market value. Now you're at $1,125, okay, that you're making per day, not 405. And market, okay, 990. Did I set this up right? 11, well, let's do this. It's $11,988 per year. It's making about 990. I don't think I corrected that. Ignore the profit per month, but per year. 5,900 for the alpha, 2,800 for the ultra, 1,300 on the Lennies, 711, or 1,300 on primary, 711 on the Lennies. So if you're holding that MoveQuest until there's a demand for it, when there's a demand for it, that means the price is going up. When there's not a demand for it, that means the price is going down. That means people are overselling it. That's just the way the market is, okay? If there's a demand for the token, the market value is going up. You don't want to sell when the price is low. You want to sell when the price is high. You've always heard buy low, sell high. So as the market value goes up, you can see that what you're mining every single month over 12 months, it's increased in what you're earning. That that $279 that you were earning per month is now at $12,000 per year, $1,000 per month. Now we're going to do it at the $80 mark. And that's still lower than what our all-time high was. Now, I don't like going off the 125 because that really was that was inflated. There was no liquidity at that market value. That was somebody who jumped in and bought when the price really wasn't there to stabilize it at that price. It was one of those fear buys. So about 110 really is what our organic market value was. And that's why you've seen it go back down to that 110 to $101 mark at that point. Those of you who've seen that. But when we go back up and we see that $80 market value, those Omegas that you're only mining at the 1.5 per day, 45 per month, is now valued at almost $42,000 a year. And on the Lennies, that's almost $3,000 a year. So you can see the difference when you're holding those tokens until there is a demand for them. That's not giving you financial advice. That's just telling you how the markets work. If you sell when there isn't a demand for the token, you're going to make a lot less because you're selling it at a time when there's no demand for it. But if you wait until the market value is up and there's a demand for that token, you're obviously going to make more money from your proof of physical activity. It's up to you what you do with your tokens. You can sell them whenever you want to. You've mined those tokens from all that hard effort that you've put in to becoming more physically fit. You've taken that proof of physical activity, you've started moving, you're getting healthier, you're getting more physically fit. It's up to you when it is that you want to sell your MoveQuest tokens that you've mined. And those are tokens that you've mined from that physical activity. You didn't go to the market and buy them, you mined them, doing what you're already doing every day. If you go look at Sweatcoin, you go look at Step In, you go look at all the other move to earn applications that are out there. I think the highest token value right now is Step In at just under 15 cents, 16 cents, something like that. Um, and so it's not, what are you making on 15 cents when the market value of that token is at 15 cents? So even at $9, we are still the top market value token in the move to earn space. So I'm still super stoked and super excited at what we've done in our first 104 days of uh, being on the Avalanche blockchain. The next thing we had to do is integrate the mining docks, okay? Because these mining docks are now going to be you're going to be leasing as well. So we had to really make a robust mining dock system. I'm really excited about the leasing. I'm wanting to share quite a bit of information on that with you guys tonight. But the new mining dock is going to be really simple for people to use. You'll be able to see it right there on your dashboard, as well as in the application. And it's just going to make it so much simpler. Like I said, everything's a walkthrough. It's all step by step by step. You can skip steps if you're not ready for it. The biggest thing is our that we had to work on was the bulk evolution contract. That's what takes so much time when you get set up with MoveQuest. And so we've eliminated all those multiple steps. When you get started, all you have to do is, let's say you've got 8 primary miners and you want 4 omegas. Boom. You just say, I want 4 omegas, and you're going to do it in one step. No longer do you have to go from Lenny to primary, from primary to ultra, from ultra to alpha, from alpha to omega. It's just going to do everything behind the scenes and it's done. And you'll just, cover the cost to level up and evolve those miners. And it's going to make it so much simpler. A person will be able to get set up, get their miners leveled up, evolved, docked, and ready to go in probably less than 10 or 15 minutes from start to finish. So it's going to make it so much easier. It's a literal simple process. What you see right here, where we had to go step by step before. Now you'll just select your miners and you'll just click a button and it'll evolve them all up to whatever level you want them to evolve to. Easy peasy. The deployment of the leasing contract. This is probably one of my most exciting features of the app, especially now that it's ready to go. So when we do introduce the rebrand of the app, you won't see the leasing in it for a few days. We want to bring out all of the core features of the rebranded app. And then when we make sure that there's no issue, no glitch, no bug, no nothing, which, everything is a massive debugging process, especially with everything that goes on with this project. Then we will introduce the leasing contract. We really hope to have that leasing contract up and ready by Thanksgiving, because everybody's going to be out talking to your families. And this is where people will be able to get started and they don't have to mint a miner. They don't have to mint. They don't have to pay a docking fee. They don't have to evolve their miners. All they have to do is connect to your miner and they are off to work. All they have to do is start moving, submit, and claim. That's all they do. Stake to your miner, submit, claim. Stake to your miner, submit, claim. They pay their rental fee in MoveQuest. So they're going to have the MoveQuest token. That's going to drive the market value of the MoveQuest token as well. There's a lot of utility with the MoveQuest token, but this is where you don't have to have new money. Remember how we talked about that? Like, well, what if nobody ever minted another miner again? Well, they don't ever have to mint another miner again because they can lease these miners and they don't have to mint that miner. They don't have to evolve those miners. They don't have to pay the docking fee. And so the next question is, well, can the project still sustain itself? This is such an amazing project. I have thought of everything. Our developers have thought of everything. Our core team, whatever I haven't thought of, whatever Waleed hasn't thought of, our design team has thought of, our core team has thought of, people from the beginning that were here, like our Isaac Moody, they all help to prepare this into the beast that it is. And I really don't think we've left any stone unturned. This is a project of perfection, in my opinion. I don't see any flaws, and trust me, we look for them all the time. When we get started with leasing, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but there will be over 130,000 miners that are available to lease. What that means is that 16,250 people can lease 8 miners each. And they never minted one. They never unlocked a mining dock slot, and they never evolved a miner. All they did was come to the project, stake to one of your miners that are available to be leased, and they're mining. No mining costs, no minting costs, no docking costs, no evolving costs. Rental fee is paid in MoveQuest. Submission fee, they have to pay those. And the claim fees, they have to pay those. What's the liquidity impact of 16,250 people that have joined our community? Never minted a miner, never paid a docking fee, never evolved, none of that. All they did was come in and rent one of your miners or 8 of your miners. That has a $54,202,500 impact on the liquidity pool per year. That's 165,000 miners that are submitting every single day. The average submission fee at today's market value across the board, if you average it out, it's about 45 cents per miner. That's $74,250 a day in USDT. That's paired to another $74,250 of MoveQuest. That's added as liquidity every single day. That's 54 million a year that's going into liquidity from the self-funding ecosystem. And what did I say when we got on the slide? There's no new money there because they didn't have to come and mint a miner. They didn't have to pay the docking costs. They didn't have to evolve. All they had to do was connect to your miners, pay your rental fee, and then they submit and they claim. It doesn't get any easier than that. So now this is going to bring me back to my handy dandy little sheet here. With this calculation that I just gave you, remember there's 2 million, 2 million, I can't remember the exact number. I have to go over to my spreadsheet, but double this, 1,550,000 MoveQuest. Double this is what would be in circulation at the end of 1 year. So let's just say that 50% are sold into the market, and this is what's in the liquidity pool. 1,550,000 MoveQuest after 12 months of only 165,000 miners. That's 16,250 people that are leasing the miners. All of this MoveQuest, they've sold 1.5 million of them. With that liquidity, you've got a market value of $34.96. And this is not one single person coming into MoveQuest and minting a miner, evolving a miner, docking a miner, anything. All they do is lease the miners. There's no cost to them. They just get to come in and enjoy the system. They have to pay the rental fee that you're going to charge on the leasing of that miner or those miners, but they don't have to have any upfront money to get started with MoveQuest. Now, if you're looking at, is it worth it to be mining with a Lenny miner? Well, at the market value of $34.96, the average Lenny is mining about 3 MoveQuests per month. And if it only ever got to $34.96, that's still an extra $1,070 a year. That's money that is above and beyond your submission costs. And so you have to decide if it's worth it or not. For an Omega miners, those are around 17,366. Your people who are leasing these miners, the community that you share this with, they've never minted a miner, but they're using an alpha, let's say. They're mining and earning $8,600 a year. Just getting physically fit, becoming more healthy, and living a better lifestyle. And they are contributing to the ecosystem. Why? Because they're part of the community. They're engaged in that ecosystem, but they didn't have to come out of pocket up front. But you as a community, you have all these miners that can be leased out. And so you are even contributing more to the ecosystem because now anybody from any walk of life can come in and stake to the miners and begin mining MoveQuest with their proof of physical activity. And so we wanted to give you an overview of what it is that we're working on, how this is going to impact all of you who are part of this community. The next thing I kind of wanted to touch on is, remember, when we go into MoveQuest, there is no compensation plan for new people who are coming in. And so there'll be that affiliate commission. That means that more MoveQuest is being removed from circulation because they get a 10% affiliate commission. And so now, instead of removing 60% of MoveQuest when miners are minted, it's now going to be removing 90% of that MoveQuest and putting that back into the vault to be mined in future years. And so there's so many things here that are impact this in a positive way. The future is very bright. And I know people look at the market value of the token. That's a great thing. You know why? We call it shaking the tree. That means people have already sold a lot of their tokens. And the evolution contract has already absorbed over 300,000 of those MoveQuest tokens. That is going to be future liquidity. And people who are just getting started when we do the big rebrand launch, we've got press releases going out. We've got a lot to help back the promotion of MoveQuest. And you'll start to see these things turn around, and it's a great place to be all over again. And I'm excited. So I hope you guys are. I hope this gives you an idea of what's to come. And I really want you guys to get excited about the leasing of your miners. This is a big deal for those of you that have those extra miners, because not only is it contributing to the ecosystem, but you're really helping people get started using this platform without having that out-of-pocket expense to mint, dock, and evolve those miners. We've already taken care of that for them. So that's all I got tonight, Herschel and Ken.
Wonderful. That's enough. No, great job. Great job. A lot of times seeing it, not just hearing it, but seeing it makes it hit home a little bit more. So we definitely want to thank you for that. Ken, did you have anything else?
Nah, man, I'm over here, jaw dropped. I'm good. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a phenomenal presentation, and you know, like you said, seeing is believing. I hope that helped a lot of you all, um, build your belief and build your confidence in what you've been participating in, and some of you sitting on the sidelines, kind of waiting and tiptoeing, and it's time to just dive in. I mean, this is a days away. We don't know the day. We just know it's very, very soon. You want to start getting your ducks in a row and getting your miners, in outside of your docking slot, and in waiting for the leasing and all these different things that are coming. Just know you don't want to be rushing. You want to be already in motion, right? And when it's time to execute, you've been executing, right? Taking advantage of what was already here and rewarding you for doing so. So, yeah, I'm good. I don't have anything else to add. It's been phenomenal. Great content. Of course, it's recorded. So, everyone that may have missed it or maybe in a spot where they weren't able to take notes or, only retain a certain percentage, you'll be able to go back and watch it over again. Take those snapshots, look at those numbers, right? The numbers are very powerful. And I'm just stuck on the 16,000 still without having to, submit, claim, revolve, and dock. And I mean, that was 54 million. Now I'm stuck there. It's
If we,
exciting, beyond
uh,
exciting.
yeah, it's very exciting. If we're able to meet we're very hopeful for Thanksgiving. I mean, imagine you guys,
Mm,
you're all there with your families, you be able to get them set up, you can get them moving as well, and they don't have to come out of pocket to mint, evolve, and mine, but they're still contributing to that ecosystem. And
mm,
if you look at the $110 market value of the token, with only 3,500 people in our community, if you look at that and you triple that number,
mm,
you know, the numbers that I give, on the market values are always, low. But it could literally be triple what our highest market value was. And so even on my spreadsheets and the calculations that I share with you, I use very conservative numbers. But you got to remember that the evolution contract still has to have MoveQuest to pair to that USDT. And so it still helps drive up that market value. The people who are leasing those miners, they do have to have MoveQuest to cover the leasing fee, to rent the miners. So it still does drive up that market value. It's very solid. That ecosystem is a beautiful thing.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm really looking forward to, obviously, this next week. But we don't know, but we have an idea. So just keep that in the back of your mind. When Lynette's giving you these instructions and some of these things that you need to be executing, that you're actually maybe taking those steps and moving forward. Right? It's going to be an awesome close to the year. I'm looking forward to it.
And one more thing too, because I know people will be wondering this, Ken. So
Mhm.
let's say that you've got, a couple of people that want to lease miners, but you don't have any miners to lease. That's okay because they're going to activate with your referral code. And so they'd be leasing today, but maybe in a month or two, when they decide they want to mint their own miners, they want to get up to a higher powered miner, they don't want to pay a leasing fee anymore, they want their own, then you would still get your commission on those mints of those miners because they still activated with your referral code. So even if they're using somebody else's miner, it's a great way to introduce the project to people. They can try it out and not have to spend money on their own miners until they're ready. And then when they are ready, you would still get that commission. It was a great way to set yourself up with people who want to use the system but can't afford to mint their own miners right now.
Yeah, I think that's a viral component. I really, really do. We always talk about, oh, can someone sign up for free and this and no, not really, because you're still going to put the work in to get the reward, right? So yeah, in a sense, but that still gives us that component where people can on ramp with no overhead. That's huge. So that's going to be really, really incredible to see just how fast we scale with that implemented. I think it's going to be a massive, massive amount of people. I know Herschel likes the sound of that. He talks those numbers on leasing all the time. It's an amazing, amazing part of the platform.
I believe Chad had something
Absolutely.
that he wanted to add. Go right ahead, Chad, if you're still here with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just wanted to just say congratulations, man. Listen, we're excited. Lynette definitely knocked it out of the park. I think the field definitely needed to have a little bit of that communication going down so they could see, exactly what we're doing, but most importantly, where we're going. And I didn't want to speak too long tonight, but I just wanted to tap on one quick thing here that we did miss out on. And that is the people that are going to be the holders. Guys, do not sleep on the opportunity that you have to straight up buy MQT. I'm going to say that again. Do not sleep on the opportunity that you have to buy MQT and be a diamond hand holder. Guys, look at the price. Understand you have an opportunity right now. Okay, if you came at this thing when it was 70, 80, 100, and you were sitting there like, man, I wish, I wish, I wish.
Hmm.
Well, your wish has come true. What are you going to do about it? You have an opportunity now to buy and hold now. So if you say, hey, maybe you say, maybe you don't want to get the Lennies right now. Maybe you just want to buy some and hold it. Hold it for the next year, guys. Listen, we are behind the scenes and we are working diligently to make this thing a super successful project. Okay. So do not be fooled by the price of the coin right now. Believe me, there are people right now with USDT on this call right now, and you know that you're holding because you're like, I want to go in at the bottom. So, guys, do not sleep on this opportunity because when it does hit, you see how fast this coin can go up when it does hit. So do not sleep on the opportunity. Okay. If you're ready to go and get yourself locked in and know you believe in this project, get this coin while it's at the price point that it is now, guys. We're coming, and when the floodgates come, will you be ready? If so, go in there and hit that button, get you some MQT, be a diamond holder. You deserve it. Your family deserves it. And that's my time, guys.
Man, that's a huge, huge point, Chad. Appreciate that. Bringing that energy, bro. Think about it. what we did in what 45 to 60 days, right around 90 days with the group that's here. So when we get the new app, there's a whole new massive amount of people that are going to be coming involved, being on ramping into this project, whether it's just leasing, whether they're doing the traditional way they come in, get the Lenny, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So those numbers are going to go faster. I'm just thinking about it. You just fired something in my head. Think about how much faster the token is going to move when we have the 3, 4, 5,000 people already here and that are being woke up, awakened. Said that right? And then going to work because they're excited. So yeah, we saw the token go from 30 to 40 to 60 to 80 to like within a few days. And every time Lynette put a number out there, we're like, no way it's going to go to that number. And it would do it. And we are like, wow, that took maybe, 3 or 4 days. Well, what if that's going to take a day now, 2 days for this token to jump 20, 30, 40, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I believe this token is going to go incredibly fast based off what we just experienced and what we are now moving forward with. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all are. I don't have anything else. Thanks, Chad, for planting that seed in my head because that just fired something off inside of me. Now I really know what we got to go do. So anything else, Herschel? We wrap this thing up.
That's it, sir. We'll see everybody. I know tomorrow is Wednesday, and I always get the time zones off here, but I believe it's at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, sir. 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern. Brandon will be having his call for opportunity overview. So please, if anyone that still has friends, family, associates that may be interested or that they would like to share and introduce, GetFit, soon to be MoveQuest 2, there's an opportunity for them to be able to hear a live call at that time. Outside of that, as soon as we hang up, I will have this recording rendered and make sure that it is posted in the Discord expeditiously. Outside of that, if there's nothing else, we want to thank everybody for showing up and participating with us this evening, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night, everyone.
Absolutely. Congrats, everybody. Broke the record tonight. Let's go.
All right.